Hello friends, today I am going to reveal some true facts about self-defense. But first of all, I request you to please share and subscribe my channel for getting my informative true facts videos uninterrupted. Definition of self-defense. Self-defense is the act of defending oneself or something that belongs or relates to oneself. The act of defending oneself or something that belongs or relates to oneself. There might be a time that you might have to attack in order to stop an attack, but only attack in self-defense of yourself or others. I want to explain types of criminals. There are 4 types. Number 1, professional criminals. Plan their crime to avoid confrontation and usually are not physical and that threats unless they are provoked. Professional criminals plan their crimes to avoid confrontation and usually are not a physical threat unless they are provoked. Predators. Predators criminal want your valuables and they don't care if they abuse, injure or humiliate their victims. Postures criminal. They are dangerous in the fact that they may do things that are much more dangerous than the situation demands. Psychos are most dangerous criminals. Psychos are most dangerous, please understand, psychos are most dangerous criminals. They do not have any sane motivation for their violence and they are totally unpredictable. Self-defense situations. 3 basic types. Control. Someone not making threats at that moment but they are unduly or trespassing. They are causing a problem or they are refusing to leave. The person must be controlled and or removed. Techniques cause pain but not injury while protecting you from retaliation. Defense against an attack. Someone is attacking you to rob you or they just enjoy fighting. Techniques must be powerful and effective. May cause serious injury or death. Defense of life. Someone is trying to seriously injure you or kill you. You are fighting for your life. Techniques are powerful, effective and possibly deadly with no moral, civil or legal consideration. To any witness, your actions were necessary to protect your life. Anger and killer instinct. Please understand, do not use anger in self-defense. It will only rob you of control, power and speed because you will not be thinking clearly and your body will be tense. You must be prepared to fight as if your life depended on it. The overpowering desire to do whatever it takes to survive is what self-defense is really about. Confrontation. There are 8 types of confrontation. Number 1, discussion. Number 2, disagreement, verbal or written. Number 3, arguments, verbal or written. Number 4, lawsuits. Number 5, police assistance required. Number 6, unarmed first fight. Number 7, armed attacks. Number 8, life or death struggle, armed or unarmed. Awareness, it is important. Surroundings. Know the area or establishment that you are going to. How are you going to escape? Keep your back to your wall so it is protected. Clothing. Is your clothing appropriate for that destination? Is it offensive to others? Is it too baggy? Is it too tight? Are your soles sleek or sticky? Do they limit your kicks? Are you wearing a belt? Can you use it? Can you use your belt? Do not neglect the obvious. Long hair, do not neglect. Easy to grab, excellent handles. High heels. High heels is bad for running, good for kicking or stomping. Crosses. Jewelry may hamper your defense. Necklaces, chains, pierced ears, nose, etc. Rings may help during strikes. Hampered arms, holding package, child, etc. Confident, non-aggressive movement. This is important. Eyes. Keep them forward in the scanning. Head held high, confident. Shoulders natural posture, not slouched. Hands keep them free and in front of you. Abdomen slightly flexed, keep a spine straight. Legs straight without being locked. Straight without being locked. Feet lead foot about half a step in front of the other foot. Defensive stance. Step back with your strong side away from the attacker. Step back with your strong side away from the attacker. Raise your hands open to your face level and tell the person to stop. Act passive but be prepared to block and attack and then counter attack with authority. Do not assume fighting stance. Do not assume fighting stance. It gives the attacker a warning of what you might do to defend yourself. What is going to do for defending yourself. Intimidation and expressions. Intimidations may be worse than the attack itself. Do not be intimidated. Force the situation on your terms. Express your emotions in a self-defense situation. Express your emotions in a self-defense situation. You can use real emotions or a false emotion to confuse your attacker. Please understand false emotion. Types of emotion. Confidence, friendly, solemn, unconcerned contempt, shock, fear and anger. Fighting. Now comes to the fighting. Fight on your own terms, not on your attacker's terms. Position yourself so your back is to the sun and in your opponent's eye. Stay in control of the fight. You might get hit, but you are in control of the situation. Do not give your intentions away on how you may fight. Keep your arms free to move. Once the fight begins, anything goes. Guarding. Always keep your guards up. Even when you punch, kick, block or move. Never leave an opening. Never leave an opening. Blocking areas. High, middle, low, left and right. Strikes. Eyes and throat for your lead hand. Use fingernails. Palm heel strike to chin. Solar plexus and ribs for the trailing hand. This will take the wind out of your attacker and may cause them to collapse. Groin, knee. In a step of their lead, in a step of the lead leg for a stomp kick. Headbutt. Elbows strike to face or ribs. Things not to do. High kicks, not to do. Off balance, not to do. Grabbing your opponents, not to do. Can get their hands on you now. Fall to the ground. Rocks, glass, their friends. Dealing with law enforcement. Notify authorities as soon as possible. Cooperate with the law enforcement officers. Be polite. Be careful of apologizing or saying that you are sorry. May imply guilt. Now come to windows of opportunity. Many different ways that an attacker can be distracted or made to hesitate, and that will give you a window of opportunity. Some internal factors that influence an attacker. Overconfidence, too relaxed, thinking about the attack, mustering of courage, having second thoughts, being conscious of others, cameras, security equipments, escape routes, etc. Rules or no rules. Rules or no rules. Do what it takes to get yourself out of a situation. Do what it takes to get yourself out of the situation. Remember, you are responsible for your actions even while being attacked. You are responsible for your actions even while being attacked. 3 approaches to self-defense training. Reaction-based approach. If the attacker does A, the defender reacts with technique B. Reflex-based approach. The defender reflexively responds to an attack with whatever technique seems appropriate at the time. Response-based approach. Instead of attempting a specific technique to an attack, you take what the attacker gives you and you improvise. One last thing. Get out of there as soon as you can. Run away. Get out of there as soon as you can. Run away. In my next video, I will give you some more techniques of self-defense. Some more self-defense technique. Thanks.